pork is back on our menu today as we bring you a bourbon pork belly recipe with a side of salsa made from corn and jalapeno. I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs. Back with us for a return visit to Dinner DeeAs is Chef Inder Suryawanshi, my friend. Great to have you back inside the Dinner DeeAs kitchen. It's always a pleasure because it's a calming presence, and you always bring such dynamic dishes to the table for us. Because the last time that he was here, Chef Inder shared a recipe for chicken tikka skewers, plus a homemade mint chutney to go with it and a cabbage slaw, which is still available on our website. Go to dinnerdeas.com, where we also have his recipes from previous visits, including that butter chicken. Chef Inder oversees the 6 restaurants at the JW Marriott on Clearwater Beach, including Latitude 28, their beachfront flagship, where today's dish is on the menu. It's a bourbon pork belly. And that just so happens to be your favorite menu item that you have there. And this was actually inspired by a trip to Texas.
Correct. So when I went to open the JW Dallas, so this is the dish. It's really hit me, and this has inspired me to put that on my menu.
Very cool. How does that influence you by having some of the travels? Because you're a very worldly individual as well. That you just bring all these little nuggets from your travels into your dishes.
And then that's my passion. Like every time when I travel, I eat a lot of food, different cuisines, and I just take the few things from each one. And when I come back, and if I wanted to implement it in the new menus, those are the ideas I put it in there, and that's how I create my own menu. And those are the dishes. And this is one of the dishes, my favorite one on the menu.
This is one of them. All right. And we're starting off with just a little bit of some oil and onions.
Correct. So just a little bit, few, like maybe half a minute, and then we're just going to transfer into this.
So all we're trying to do here is just sweat them out a little bit.
Yes,
that's
correct.
it.
That's it. And then after that, we're going to mix all these good ingredients in together, and then we're just going to wrap it with the silver foil and throw it in the oven.
And that's going to all come together because that pork belly is going to be really everything that this flavor is going to take on. Like, how do you know how to get a good cut of pork belly? What are you looking for?
So when I'm looking the pork belly, it's as you see, it has like pretty good mixture of the fat and the meat, right? So in order to get that nice and tender and juicy pork belly, you need to have that right amount of fat in there.
You know, when we think about sometimes when we look at, especially when we look at ground beef, right? We always see those ratios of, 80, 20, 70, 30, 90, 10. It kind of helps you guide into knowing how much fat was there. When it comes to pork belly, what would you kind of say is like a balanced ratio here?
So I look at it mostly like a 60 and 40, like 40% fat and 60% of like a meat.
Okay.
So that will give you, that's why everyone loves the bacon, because they have a lot of fat in there.
Yeah.
So pork belly, that's when I choose the pork belly, I look into 40 and 60, that's the ratio.
That's the ratio for it, okay.
So I think onion is ready right here. So let me just throw everything, this. And basically we're just dumping everything together, so it just mix it and it goes in the oven.
And
this
that's
is
just
the
what, a little
apple
brown
cider,
sugar?
Brown sugar. This is apple cider. This is bell peppers, and this is the peppercorns, and then we just use this soy sauce. You can use the gluten-free soy sauce if you like, or just regular soy sauce. And the chicken stock. And a little bit of garlic. And my favorite part is bourbon.
Bourbon? Now you're a bourbon drinker?
Yes.
Yeah?
I love drinking bourbon with good piece of pork belly.
It's got to be with a good piece of pork belly?
Correct.
What does it do for you? Why the bourbon with pork belly?
So it's kind of like a snacks. When you eat the beer, you need some sort of snacks, right? So this is my snack when you're eating the pork belly.
What's your favorite bourbon?
Bullet.
Bullet is your favorite.
Yes. and it's right there.
Cheers to you, my friend. Oh, that tastes delicious. Oh, that's nice. This warms the soul a little bit.
And you just put this nice fatty pork belly inside here.
All right. And I see tinfoil, so we're going to cover this. And you go fat side up.
Yes. And it goes right in the oven.
And that's just going to go, I'll help you with the oven here. And that's just going to go into the oven. What are we looking for time-wise on this?
Time-wise, it's about like 4 hours,
Okay.
3 to 4 hours. But it just 300 degrees. It's slow cooked, so it gets nice and tender.
Okay. All right. So while that's going into the oven, I see and I smell more bourbon over on this side too. So what do we got going on over here?
This is the best part of the pork belly. It's
Really?
bourbon glaze.
Oh yeah.
So made up of bourbon, and we have this maple syrup. So first I'm gonna add the bourbon in there, so that way. So I like to, when I do this, I like to do the show with the fire.
Oh yeah.
I cannot do this here, but this is just to take out that alcohol from the bourbon.
Okay.
Let it heat a little bit, and then we add a little bit of apple cider in there. And then this is maple syrup.
Yeah, it got a lot of what almost was a similar kind of flavor profile as it was with the braising liquids.
Correct. So because this needs to be reduced with the thick consistency, so when pork is ready to go, when you cut it into small pieces and we glaze it into this glaze. So and just put a little bit of salt just to give that. Then let it cook, simmer around like 30 minutes, and then you will have a nice, beautiful glaze ready.
Oh, can't wait. To make Chef Ender's favorite dish from his menu, grab the recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Use your phone and scan the QR code to find us. Just open the camera app and zoom in on the box in the corner, and a link to us will pop right up. Okay, I'll keep an eye on this one over here because it smells really kind of good. It's got the bourbon because I'm liking the bourbon too. And in the process here, where we got next, what's coming up?
So next we're gonna use the fresh corn. So that's for the
fresh corn. Sometimes we say like, hey, is it okay if we use a frozen product? Will it have a change in taste here? You're saying and came right out of the gate, fresh corn.
So and then that's the beauty of the salsa, like so using a fresh corn. So when I went to the Texas, that's in Texas, that side you will find the fresh corn in a farm. So when I eat that salsa, it gives you really good freshness.
Okay.
With the jalapeno, there's a little bit of kick in there. So
okay.
we're gonna use
folks,
the fresh corn.
Keep the frozen bag, still in the freezer. Get the fresh stuff. Do it right. Do it Chef Ender's way. So just a little oil down here in our pan. And we got our fresh corn going in. How long should we cook this? What are we looking for?
Just looking for a little bit of that chard.
Okay.
Even we can put it on the grill if you really like. We can use the grill to grill the whole corn, and then we can just take out the kernels. Or we can just saute here, let it cook a little bit, give that nice charred color, and then we keep it aside for the salsa.
All right. While this corny cook watches this corn cook, we're taking a break. When we come back, we turn this into a salsa head on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. We're bringing bourbon and bacon together. Kind of. Well, pork belly anyways. Chef Ender Suryawanshi is here from the JW Marriott on Clearwater Beach, where this dish is his favorite on the menu at their restaurant, Latitude 28. Before the break, we sauteed onions to use with the pork belly, then combined it with chicken stock, apple cider, soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, peppercorns, and bay leaves, and Chef Ender's favorite bourbon. Then covered it and let it braise low and slow in the oven. And then used more bourbon as we heated up a glaze, combining it with maple syrup, more apple cider vinegar, and salt, and finally cooked up some corn kernels for a nice salsa. Now I've been standing over here with this glaze, and just the aromas of everything happening over here, it's a punch. It's a punch.
Yeah.
How do we know that it's kind of done? What are we looking for? Is it done?
As you see, it's all the bubbles are coming, and it's the syrup is getting like thicker and thicker. That tells you that its syrup is getting thicker and ready to take it out from the heat.
Okay.
So if you take it out from the heat and if you stir it, you see here it's like nice and thick consistency.
Yeah, the viscosity has just changed completely.
And it's ready to go.
That's a good good sign. All right. Okay, so we've got our pork belly as well. Now we took this already out of the oven during the break here, so that way it could just kind of cool a little bit for us for the touch. And this is one that we did cook earlier. Correct.
So we're gonna take it out from the liquid.
And how long did that cook for?
This is around like 4 hours. So we take it out from the liquid. This is just for take out the excess water from it. And now we're gonna cut into small pieces.
And it looks like you're keeping everything. All that fat is staying with it.
Yes, correct. So when it's cooled down, we're gonna fry that in the 300 degrees hot oil, so it gives you nice and crunchy.
Now, I see the tin foil there. Do we need to have this go into the fridge? Do we need to cool this? Can this go straight into the oil? What do we need to do with it,
So
Chef?
we're just gonna cool it down a little bit so it gets a little bit hard, so it's easy to fry. So we're gonna cover it up and we're just gonna put it in the fridge.
All right, Chef. If you were to have said that we just did this on a stovetop with this corn over here, I would say, no way. But look at that. I mean, we literally got that beautiful char of bringing from something from the outside to the inside, just like this within a nice little bit of a pan here.
Correct. So next we're gonna finish the corn salsa.
Okay.
So I would like to add this red bell pepper and jalapenos inside here. A little bit of pepper, salt, and a little bit of lime juice. That gives you that tanginess. And this is a Tajin spice. This is a very interesting spice. Usually they use for the drinks outside the rim.
Yes.
So I incorporate this in the salsa. That will give you a little bit that lime flavor when you're eating it.
Okay. Grab Chef Inder's favorite recipe for this bourbon pork belly at dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code on the corner of the screen to get right to us.
And then just we transfer this in the bowl here.
So it didn't really stay that long inside that pan. It was just kind of some of that residual heat and a little bit of that heat just to kind of, what I'm assuming is just to cook some of those peppers a little bit.
Peppers, just wanted to give you that like a little bit of softness to the pepper.
Yeah.
It still needs that little bit of crunch from jalapeno and the pepper, so when you're eating the salsa.
Okay, okay. You want to try it a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. Come on.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's nice.
And you can finish with a little bit of fresh cilantro in there.
Wow. Because you're getting that little bit of that you know, the corn that has now been kind of charred a little bit, toasted, but it's that lime juice, as you were saying, that kind of is that glue that brings that tanginess and that little tart bite to it.
Correct. And then this can be go in the refrigerator just for like 5 to 10 minutes and ready to serve.
Oh, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we give a final fry to our pork belly ahead on Dinner Dish. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. Chef Inder Suryawanshi is back with us in the kitchen, taking time out from running the restaurants at the JW Marriott on Clearwater Beach, where this dish is on the menu at Latitude 28. It's a bourbon pork belly, which we're making with a corn and jalapeno salsa, and in a moment, an avocado cream. Before the break, we took the reduced glaze off the heat, and then diced up the braised pork belly and got it into the fridge to firm it up. While we made the corn salsa, combining the cooked corn with jalapeno, red peppers, lime juice, cilantro, and just a little salt and pepper, And that tasted divine.
So next we're gonna do the avocado cream, which is basically avocado pulp and sour cream with salt and pepper.
Now, what's an avocado pulp?
So avocado pulp is just basically made out of avocado. They take out the avocado pulp from inside and just mix it together with the lime juice, and then that's it.
That's it. So it's still going to have that same consistency, but if someone has something firm, you got any tricks to make it a little softened, make it a little easier to get that pulp out?
So when I open the avocado, take it out the seed, and then use the spoon to take out the inside part of the avocado, and then instead of mashing, we put it in the blender. Just blend it with a little bit of lime juice, so it doesn't get like a dark.
Okay.
And then that gives you that smooth consistency. And sour cream will give you more, like when you add the sour cream, it will give you that creaminess in there.
Love it.
Just a little bit of salt. Pepper and a little bit of lime juice.
I mean, and this looks like something like really nice too, that if you want to make this in bulk and have this in the fridge, you could do a nice spread. You have like a nice little bit of a, you know, your new kind of avocado toast. I don't know.
You can, but it's we need to be very careful when you work with avocado. Avocado has, it can turn really like quick into like a dark color. So this is ready to go.
Ready to go. Ready to taste.
Yes, yeah.
Is that what you like?
It's perfect, yeah.
Balance of both?
Balance both, yeah. Can taste the avocado, a little bit of sour cream, so that has a creaminess in there.
It's working. It's working. To grab Chef Inder's recipe for this bourbon pork belly dish and find out why it's his favorite, go to dinnerdias.com or follow along right on your phone by scanning the QR code down there to find us. All right, so we got that cubed pork belly that we cubed up earlier. We let it firm up a little bit.
Yes, correct.
And so now it's like,
It's time to put it in the fryer.
and then we have here is just a nice canola oil that you said you want to try to keep above 350.
350, yeah, like around 350. So that way it gets you that nice slow cook, and it's outside you get nice and crunchy.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that.
And you just need a couple of minutes. You don't need to fry too long. It's like a couple of minutes and it's ready to go.
But when we come back, Chef Inder's guide for how to plate up this pork ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. My guest today is Chef Inder Suryawanshi, Executive Chef at the JW Marriott on Clearwater Beach, running restaurants including Latitude 28, which overlooks the beach and has this dish on the menu. His Texan-inspired bourbon pork belly, which we've made alongside corn and jalapeno salsa and an avocado cream. Before the break, we made the avocado cream with avocado pulp, sour cream, and lime juice. Then got the refrigerated pork belly out and into a canola oil for a final fry. It looks fantastic. Like the smells right now, the colors.
So first we're gonna put this corn salsa at the bottom of the dish. So
I mean, even just the way that it looks on the plate there. It's just saying, take me, take me.
let's move around here. So let's see. This beautiful pork belly plays into.
And so we took those cubed pieces, we fried them, we let them rest, and then we tossed them inside that glaze. So that way then they could really soak up everything there. And by soaking it up, they've just gotten that beautiful glaze to just penetrate into that pork belly here. Oh. Look at that shine.
And then next, we're gonna put this.
And we've got our avocado cream. Now you've put this into a nice little squirt bottle here, so that way then you could just do delicate dollops. And to finish it off, you got just what, little thin radishes there?
Yeah.
Right on top of that avocado cream. Beautiful.
And then we have this.
You got nice little cheese over here. What is this? Is this a Oaxaca?
Oaxaca cheese.
Okay.
At the top. And a little bit of cilantro.
Oh.
And this chili traits. It gives you
I'm
that elevated.
mesmerized by this because the art of plating is being shown right now. And it's just absolutely stunning. It's methodical, it's intentional. And I mean, it just looks incredible. Look at that. I mean, this is just gorgeous.
Thank you, Jeff.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
This looks fantastic. All right, you know what, my friend? We got to get a fork ready for this one here because
Yep.
I really want to try all these flavors together with you. Thanks to Chef Inder. Grab the recipe for this bourbon pork belly at dinnerdias.com. We also have a link to the JW Marriott where you can find on the menu at Latitude 28. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching and see you next time with more ideas for dinner, or as we call them, Dinner Dias.